Whether you're a cow-calf producer, feedlot owner, stocker, or packer, every segment of the beef industry is as important as the next. And one family in Bartow, Florida is taking that to heart. Reporter Brian Baxter shows us what one family is doing to support the beef industry in a variety of ways.
When we come to this particular ranch, we love to get up early and sit on the porch and watch the rest of the ranch wake up.
The Putnam family has been in the cattle and citrus business for over a century, and as their love for ranching continues to grow, so do their operations.
Well, the orange operation is all in one county, Polk County, in central Florida, and it's a little over 900 acres. And the cattle operation is in 3 counties, and it amounts to about between 7,000 and 8,000 acres. It's all commercial cattle, Brangus, Brayford, all Brahma influenced cattle.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and family support to keep a ranch going strong, and no one knows that better than the Putnams.
We have 4 children, and we've been blessed with 12 grandchildren. They all enjoy coming and enjoying the ranch.
Well, it's a tremendous feeling to see your family involved. They're all interested. My oldest son is pretty much running our operation now, and his sister is running the business part from the office.
Even the youngest family members can be found hard at work on the operation.
This one's in kindergarten, so he's still to where he can take a day off of school and come help every time we work. We usually work for 2 weeks at a time, but I'll let him get out for one day of those and come down here and help us because he loves to be here.
Robbie is our next to youngest grandson, and he does love to come and ride, and he feels like he is an important part of the team when they work cows.
While many members of the Putnam family work on the ranch every day, their son Adam was determined to bring the common sense values he learned growing up to Capitol Hill.
Well, I have no idea where his interest came from in politics, but he's always had it ever since he was a little boy and started off in 4-H. And he's been to the Florida legislature at 21, starting at 21, straight from the University of Florida, and went from there to Congress. And he's been there 8, 10 years, and now he's wanting to come back to Florida and be the Commissioner of Agriculture, and beyond that, I'm scared to ask.
I felt like young people had should have a seat at the table, but didn't. And so I was pretty young when I first ran for the State House. And my mother managed the campaign from the kitchen table, and everybody else in my family thought I was crazy.
In 2001, at the age of 26, Congressman Adam Putnam became one of the youngest members of Congress in history, working hard to fight issues that his family and cattlemen across the country face on a daily basis.
The biggest threats to the future of agriculture in America are man-made threats. They're rooted in foolish public policies that limit access to water and resources. They infringe on private property rights. And the most glaring one is the death tax, which strikes at the heart of the ability of a family that works together, multiple generations, shoulder to shoulder.
There's just no way, if the estate taxes continue like they are, that we could hold something like this together. And it would be a shame to have to sell off part of this just to pay taxes. And it's not right. It's, we pay taxes on our income every year. And there's just no reason for us to have to pay a tax just because one of us dies.
There's nothing more important than the estate tax or doing away with it. The only way to preserve large acreage and keep them beautiful is either with families or government-owned. And in our state, the government-owned lands are not being maintained properly.
Even though Congressman Putnam is currently representing cattlemen in Washington, D.C., his parents, Dudley and Sally, have always encouraged their friends and family to stand up and speak out.
I think you should express your concerns to your lawmakers and to your state representatives and legislators. And if you don't get involved, the general public won't know what your problems are or help you solve things that you need their help on. And they won't understand what you go through every day to make sure that they have good, safe food on their tables.
And when it comes to setting policy, Congressman Putnam believes young people with a background in agriculture must be involved.
And we really have to rally behind these young cattlemen, these young professionals who are willing to step up and be a part of public life, whether it's serving on a water management board, whether it's serving in the state legislature, or coming to Washington to serve in the Congress. We have to identify those who have a real background in ranching and agriculture. If we lose that perspective in public policy making, no one will fill that void except the people who are telling the opposite side of our story.
After 10 years of serving in Washington, D.C., Congressman Putnam is ready to return to his roots.
I've decided not to run for re-election here in Washington. I've decided to go back home to my state to seek the office of Commissioner of Agriculture, where I will be focused 100% on the issues that are closest to my heart.
And Congressman Putnam is also looking forward to giving his children the chance to experience life on the ranch.
The opportunity to, as a kid, to be out there either on a three-wheeler or in a Jeep or on horseback and have that experience is something that's very special to me. And I want my children to have that same experience. And when you are, managing lives, the lives of animals, and helping bring them into this world, and understanding what goes into to helping make the human condition an improved one, I think it develops great kids, and it develops great Americans.
Reporting from Putnam Groves in Bartow, Florida, I'm Brian Baxter for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
Rest assured, we'll continue to follow Congressman Putnam's Florida race and bring you details on future editions of our show.